Hi everybody. So to take your measurements, you require two things. You require a ribbon, something that goes around your waist. Make sure this is not thick, nor is it slippery or something. A ribbon or shoelace works perfectly fine. You require a measuring tape, okay, that has either inches or centimeters. I'm not really specific about whether you need to give your measurements in inches or centimeters. Both works fine. But do mention when you give your measurements. Also, you need to make sure that you're wearing the heels that you will be wearing for the particular function, especially when you're taking measurements for the full dress length. Make sure these are the correct heels because any changes in the heel height will affect the final dress length. I can always make a long dress short. You can never make a short dress long. Regarding what you need to wear for your measurements is very, very important. Wearing jeans, leggings, anything that's very tight fitted or bulky is only going to add extra inches or centimeters to your final measurement. Something that I'm wearing is not appropriate for your measurements. You need to wear a well fitted dress, but it does not need to divide your body into multiple halves. For example, I'm wearing these jeans. What is this jeans doing to me? It's cutting my waist and this. I will have a certain amount of fat coming up and there'll be a certain amount of fat coming down. What's going to happen? You're going to add in extra inches here and you're going to add extra inches here. All I'm saying is I need you to be wearing a well fitted dress. If you're someone that cannot wear a well fitted dress, you normally do not wear dresses that are well body hugging, I would say wear a plain cotton kurta and a legging that does not hug you. Something that's not thick, something that's not adding a lot of volume to your final measurements. That's all for now. We're going to start with the measurements in the next clip. Hi everybody. So this is Shraddha. She's going to be my model for the day. She's also my personal assistant, someone who you would be coordinating with you on my text on my behalf basically. Anyways, keeping that thing aside, let's start with the measurements. You would require a ribbon that's something that would go around her waist. Okay, we tie this measurement around her waist. Tying this is going to define where your waistline is going to be. Keep in mind, this is something I want. Okay, you need to straighten up like this, like if you can see how I'm straightening up, you need to straighten it out like this completely. Okay, she's wearing a skirt, so it does not make it proper. Okay, when you bend your elbow, you can see a natural waist length. This is her natural waist length. Make sure that this is not going under your bust or not going very low. It has to be in between your upper hip and your under bust. It is very important because keep in mind, if you're going to give your if you're going to tie a ribbon under your bust, it's going to make you look shorter on your upper body, and especially for a flare dress, the flare is going to start right from here, which can make you look pregnant or can emphasize your stomach area. Okay, if you drop very low, your upper body is going to look extra long, which is going to look super funny. Okay, start with our measurements. Okay, we are going to take our measurements today in inches. You can take whatever is comfortable with you or whatever your measuring tape is showing you. Okay, let's start. So now you need to pass the measuring tape behind the back, rest it on the back of the neck, get it in front, and keep it like this. This is how you would be taking your neck round measurement. Now, what is the reading you're going to read? You're going to read at 13. How do you check your measurements are correct? Your measuring tape needs to rest at the side of the neck. Okay, it can't be like this. It has to rest here. The measurement what you will be recording will be the center of your neck. This measurement. At the same time, the back. Okay, the back needs to rest over here. It can't go up here. This is a wrong measurement. It needs to rest right at the back. Front neck to waist. You hold your measuring tape right at the center of your neckline up till the ribbon. The ribbon is the waistline. Waist to floor measurement. Place your measuring tape on the ribbon. You look straight up and take the measurement touching to the floor. If you're going to be wearing heels, make sure at this stage you are wearing your heels. So your measurement would be the one that's touching the floor. The point, the end of your neck up till the ribbon. You'll see your ribbon at one point over here, a little bit higher than the front. Your front is low, your back would be high. You need that measurement. Rear to rear, from one end of the ribbon. Your measuring tape goes around the neck, one end to the ribbon, to the other side. And you will have to record this measurement. Your next measurement is going to be front neck to dart point. Neck to dart point. Your dart point is your nipple point. Okay? It's up till here. See, exactly. In her case, it's 8. Shoulder to dart point. And then we take shoulder to under bust point. That is, you go straight by your under bust curve and take your measurement. This point over here. Now, we take the waist length measurement. You take it straight from your shoulders up till the where the ribbon is tied. Here you have two kinds of waist. One that is your natural waist length. The second one is your dress waist length. Your natural waist length is something is the most narrowest part of your body. In her case, she does not have a natural waist length. Her natural waist length is also her dress length. In some cases, when you have a little lower belly, or you have some kind of a different body structure, you need to take two kinds of measurements. And it is important, if you are a person like her, your natural waist length is also going to be the same, and your waist length is also going to be same. That would be around here. Now, suppose you're going for a high waist dress, okay, something that starts from here. You will require a natural waist would be 15, your dress waist length would be 14 probably. If you're going for a wedding gown, your natural waist length will be 15 and a half, whatever, 15, and your wedding gown waist would be 16 and a half. That's your dress waist length. There's a difference between a dress waist length and your natural waist length, okay? Your ribbon is tied at the natural waist. We are taking the circumference measurements of your body. Okay, by this what we mean, your upper chest out, this part. Okay, if this particular measurement needs to be very tight or tight, keep in mind, if this becomes loose, your dress is going to gape open like this. So this measurement needs to be well fitted. You need to pass your measuring tape under the arms, pass it above your chest, and hold it a little bit tight. Okay, how do you check if it's done correctly? It needs to start exactly under your arm, turn behind, and it needs to be parallel up here. This needs to be straight to the floor. It cannot be like this. It has to be up. Okay, now when you're holding it tight, don't hold this, and don't keep your hands up like this, because it will come narrow. When you keep your hands down, rested down, it will loosen up. So your hands need to be down, your measurement needs to be straight, not too tight, not too loose. It should be a well fitted one. Coming down to your chest measurements or your bust round, you slide the measuring tape a little bit lower, go above your bust, and take the measurement. Here, I do not want you to take it very tight or very loose, or not even half the tight of what we have. You must have seen the difference about upper chest and chest round. Same thing goes for the back. It has to be straight, parallel to the floor. Come. Under bust, up, under your bust, exactly up here. This can be a little bit tight, something similar to the upper bust, what you have taken. How do you check if it's correct? The same way, it has to be parallel at the back to the floor. Your waist round. And make sure there is no excess material, no pant that is tight pushing up fat on top or down. Okay. Now from here, we are going to take the lower half body circumference measurements. We will start with the upper hip. You need to know where's your waist. This is your waist, where the ribbon is. Your hip is the broadest part of your body. Okay. While doing this measurement, if you're wearing pants, make sure your pants have no phones, keys, lip gloss, or anything. Your pockets need to be empty. I do not prefer you wearing jeans or pants, but in case you are wearing, make sure that you do not have anything in your pockets. Coming down to how to take the measurements, we are going to start with the upper hip. This is your hip line. This is your waistline. Your upper hip is the center of this. Okay, you pass it through just how you've taken all the other circumference measurements, and take your upper hip. Now, when you take this measurement, the other end, flip it and give me this measurement. Now, in this case, we will take it like this. Now, you will notice there is a different tapes have it, some measurings do not have it. So here it's showing me 60, 59, 58. So what you have to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the side, this is going to be your upper hip waist length. Be the same as your upper hip length measurement. On the broadest part of your hips, you take your measurement. Same way, flip it from your waist. You can hold this please for me. Yeah, take this length. Again, we count. This is your hip round. This is your hip length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That 8 is going to be a hip length. For you, it will definitely be different. For her, 8 is a hip length. Next measurement, mid thigh round. This is when you have a fitted dress. For some people who do not prefer their dress being fitted over here, can avoid this measurement. Someone who wants this part to be fitted over here, you have to give me this measurement. Now, when you're taking this measurement, I do not want you to stand with your legs closed. Keep in mind, if you're going to keep your legs closed, the measurement is going to come very in. Alterations with this mistake is a disaster. We do not have a lot of allowance left over here to go out, so that you will walk like a duck or like a penguin basically. So in a case like this, should I keep a little bit difference? Not like this, but at least a decent amount where you can walk comfortably. Keep a little bit gap. Okay, now Shraddha has kept a little bit gap. We go right down and take the measurement. This is your thigh round. How do you take the thigh length? Shraddha, hold this up here, okay, and take it straight down. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is what is your mid thigh round. Okay, now how do you take your dart point? Dart to dart. Dart point is one from one nipple to the other nipple. You take this measurement and go up till here. So this is your dart to dart. Should I look straight? One point to the other point. Let us start with the length measurements of this particular part of your body. Okay. We are going to start with armpit to armpit. That is your armpit, this point. Press your hands together. The point you get from this point to the same other point. Okay. This is going to be your armpit to armpit. Now we start with the shoulder back. Shoulder back or shoulder width is the same. Okay, so from your one end of the shoulder to the other end of the shoulder, in a lot of cases it is curvy, so it's a little bit difficult to find out. What you can do is you can see, bend your arm like this, poke yourself, and the point that is bending, you will be able to feel it. Okay, so that is your shoulder blade, from one shoulder blade to the other shoulder blade. This is called shoulder back width. This is shoulder to shoulder. Exactly how you've done your front armpit to armpit. At the end of your armhole, okay, from one armhole to the other armhole. Now, how do you take your armhole measurement? It's very important. Bend your elbow like this. Okay, should I come a little bit at this side? Okay, good. Pass your measuring tape round the arms, underneath of the armhole and over the shoulders. Make sure your tape falls at the back so it's easier to take the measurement. Now you see her measurement is 15 over here, but this is not the right measurement. She needs to keep her hand straight down. In a lot of cases, the measurement will shift as per the ease and comfort of the body. She is on the petite side, so it's not shifting much, it's still 15. But if I have to take my measurements, it will become 15 and a half, 16, so the measurement will change. You need to give me the measurement after your hand is kept down. Let's start with the sleeve measurements. Okay, if you have sleeves for your dress, these are your measurement requirements. Okay, from the head of the shoulder, you need to take the length of your sleeves. Okay, if you are someone that has a measurement that is above the elbow, you just need to take your sleeve length and then you need to take your sleeve round. Okay, when you are somebody that is taking the measurements, your sleeves are long sleeves, something that's below the elbow, there's a different method. You need to first take your elbow length. Okay, then you take your sleeve length. Your elbow length is at your elbow, the point of your elbow, that's your length. Your sleeve length is normally at your wrist or whatever. It's a personal comfort, whatever you prefer. The next measurement would be elbow round. You need to bend your elbow a little bit, but not too much. Take a round. This is your elbow round. This is your wrist round. Okay. Now, I need to tell you two things to keep in mind when you're taking your sleeve measurement. When you are a person that has a little bit fat up here, okay, you need to bend and not take this measurement. I need your upper elbow round. This is when you have fat around here. Okay, very important. When you have broader arms, you need to take the measurement of your elbow over here and not over here. Secondly, when you have broad upper arms, you need to give me an upper arm round measurement. That is the half of your or the broadest part of your arm. Give me that particular measurement. A little bit loose is better because it can always be made tight. Same thing goes for your wrist. I You do not have to take a tight wrist measurement. Keep in mind your hand needs to pass through it. So in that case, your wrist measurement can be a little bit lower upon this measure point. Now we are going to start with our length measurements. How do you take your length measurements? Place your measuring tape on the waist, right up to the bottom of the floor. When you're taking these measurements, you can ask the person to help you by holding the measuring tape up and you hold it right down on the floor. The person whose measurement is being taken, make sure she's not looking down because when you look down, your length reduces. She needs to look straight, you take the measurement straight down. Now, if you are wearing a mermaid dress and the mermaid has a joint, keep in mind the joint length has to be above the knees and not below the knees. If your joint is above the measurement is below your knees, you will not be able to walk. Your length has to be above. Anyway, it can be here, it can be here, it can be here, it can be as per a personal preference. But I need to take the last point. Okay, if you have a curve like this, I don't need this measurement. I need the final length measurement and it has to be above your knee point. Your neck depth measurement. Normally, I do not take these measurements because I see what is appropriate for the body. But if you're someone who is very conscious about certain part of your body that probably you had an operation, you had a surgery, you have some stitch marks, you have a scar, there is something that you want to hide and you want a particular neck depth measurement. From your shoulders, you go at a slant to the center and mark that particular point. Okay, for wedding gowns and all, I do not ask you because I know what looks good on the dress. But if you're specific, you can provide me with this measurement and do mention why would you like to hide it. If there's a scar, a mark, or something that you want to hide, a tattoo that you want to hide, send me a picture of where the tattoo is being placed so that I understand how deep we need to go or how high do we need to go. Same thing goes for the back. Okay, for the back, how are you going to take? Same point from the shoulder up here, 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 here. Somebody who's not going to have cups for it, you do not prefer wearing cups, you prefer wearing your bra. In a situation like this, when you're going to wear a bra on the day, make sure that you're taking the measurement above the bra strap. If your bra strap is ending here, I would prefer if you take it here or here. Do not go below the bra because it's going to be visible when you wear the dress.